hiker, deep in the wilderness, stumbles upon something chilling, something that was never meant to be found. At first, it seems like just another day on the trail, until everything changes. What started as a peaceful adventure quickly turned into a nightmare. And what happened next? No one could have predicted. While hiking through the lush jungles of Indonesia, a group of friends stumbled upon a breathtaking waterfall. Excited, they paused to snap some pictures, capturing the beauty of the moment. But when they reviewed the photos later, one chilling image stood out. Behind them, a shadowy figure, draped in a black robe, lurked ominously. None of them recalled seeing anyone nearby at the time. So, who or what was watching them? As night falls over the eerie woods of Angley Island in North Wales, our investigation begins. But almost immediately, something unsettling happens.
As we investigate the haunted woods, somewhere in Anglesey tonight. Said tonight twice, didn't I?
I tried to do a take over here.
A dark, shadowy figure emerges in the top right corner of the screen. Later in the footage, the same area is revisited, yet the figure has vanished without a trace. The team, who spent hours exploring the area, insisted they were completely alone. So what did the camera capture? A trick of the light or something far more sinister? While visiting Rio Claro in Brazil, a group of tourists caught something unsettling.
Uhul! Ih, caraca! Tem uma coisa ali. Caraca, apareceu um cara ali no meio da água. Mozinho! Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
A mysterious, shadowy figure resembling a person emerged from the water, only to vanish swiftly into the cascading waterfall. The eerie sight left the onlookers stunned. The tourist who captured the chilling moment on camera shared the footage on YouTube, sparking a wave of speculation. Many viewers are convinced it could be a ghost caught on film. While camping in the depths of Ottawa National Forest, a group of adventurers experienced a chilling encounter. Strange movements flickered through the shadows. And a mysterious figure lurked among the trees. At the time, they brushed it off as a passing animal, unable to make out its form in the darkness. But when they reviewed their footage later, their hearts pounded. What they captured on camera wasn't just an animal. It was something far more unsettling. Deep in a remote California forest, a lone explorer navigates the darkness with only a flashlight. As the beam cuts through the eerie silence, he suddenly stops. The camera captures his hushed, anxious whispers.
You think that was a coyote? What do you think that was? What was it? Do you see it where? Holy crap! Holy...
In the distance, a strange figure moves, towering and eerily human-like in its gait. Its skin shimmers with a reptilian texture, covering its head, arms, and body. The dim light and grainy footage make it impossible to identify. A trick of the shadows? Someone in a suit? But if so, why would anyone be out here in the middle of nowhere, dressed like that? On July 16, 2006, two brothers set out for a hike in the dense forests of Tofino, leaving their family behind at a nearby campground. Aware of the area's reputation for wildlife encounters, they brought along a video camera just in case. As they ventured deeper into the woods, a large, dark figure suddenly appeared in the distance.
Wait, stay! Stay back!
other instinctively raised the camera and began filming. For several tense seconds, they watched. Then, as one brother stepped forward for a closer look, the other yanked him back. Alarmed, they retreated about 50 meters. After waiting in silence, curiosity got the better of them, and they cautiously returned to the spot. Standing in the shadow of a towering tree, they tried to make sense of what they had seen. The creature, an estimated 7 feet tall, slightly hunched, had locked eyes with them before vanishing into the wilderness. What did they see that day? A misidentified animal or something more? A man was driving down a countryside highway in the dead of night when he noticed strange movement and decided to record. In the shadows to the left, a pale, unsettling figure crouched on all fours. But this was no ordinary animal. It looked disturbingly human. Was it just a deranged person, or had something far more sinister emerged from the darkness? Crow Reddit user FearMyBeard21 was driving past a vast meadow when they spotted a dark, eerie figure standing motionless. At first they thought it was just a scarecrow, motionless and ordinary, but then it seemed to shift ever so slightly, almost too subtle to be real. They snapped a photo, convincing themselves it was nothing more than a trick of the eye, and yet its eerie presence lingered in their minds, leaving one unsettling question. Was it just a scarecrow? We may never know for sure. More than a decade ago, a cemetery owner was recording footage of his property when something eerie caught his eye. It wasn't until he reviewed the video later that he noticed a shadowy figure darting behind the graves. Was it a ghoul lurking among the tombstones? An otherworldly visitor? Or just an elaborate hoax? While skeptics remain divided, the man himself insists he has no explanation for what he captured that night. While hiking through the dense forests of British Columbia, a man captured a strange moment on film. In a chilling moment captured on film, a bizarre, otherworldly head briefly emerged between the tree branches. With stark white eyes and an unsettling, inhuman appearance, it was visible for only the briefest instant before the footage abruptly cut off. This fleeting sighting has left more questions than answers. And with British Columbia's long history of cryptid sightings and eerie phenomena, some are starting to wonder, could this be a genuine encounter? While exploring a cave in France, a man stumbled upon a chilling discovery. As he reached a dead end, a chill ran down his spine when he stumbled upon 3 open coffins, their contents disturbingly human. Pressing on, he discovered scattered skulls and a chilling array of bones scattered across the cave floor. The flickering light of candles, eerily affixed to the walls, cast long shadows, deepening the mystery. What could this mean? Could this cave be a forgotten part of the infamous catacombs of Pius? Or is there a darker, more sinister story behind this grim discovery? As Frank ventured deeper into the cave, he stumbled upon a chilling discovery, an unsettling scene that sent a shiver down his spine. Amidst the darkness, he found a collection of odd objects: a dismembered baby doll, a stuffed unicorn, a battered bear, a discarded beer bottle, and even a small torn baby dress. It was as if someone had set up a strange, forgotten scene. Was this some twisted game or a ritual gone wrong? The eerie arrangement only heightened the cave's already ominous aura, leaving Frank with a chilling question. Who would leave such disturbing items in such an isolated place, and why? The sense of dread grew, and a sinister mystery loomed in the air. A few years back, a hiker shared some eerie footage that sent chills down the spine. He was trekking through Huntington, New York, when he stumbled upon something unsettling. Dozens of posters tacked to the trees. But as he got closer, the horror of what he discovered became clear. Each tree was covered with photos of missing people, accompanied by chilling details about their disappearances. A Reddit user shared a chilling video from the Scottish borders. While exploring an old World War II bomb shelter, the group discovered something unsettling. "I used to come here as a kid," one of them said, "with friends and family lived just nearby. It's crazy how overgrown it's become."
I used to come up here when I was a kid, like with friends and family that lived close by. Kind of crazy. I'm fucking stuck. Did you hear that? I thought I heard something. Yeah, it's a bit overgrown. Alright, so... Oh, God, it's really cold in here.
But as they ventured deeper, the atmosphere grew colder, and the air thickened with tension. Suddenly, a shadowy figure appeared at the back of the shelter. A tall, cloaked figure, motionless in the dim light. Was it a trick of the mind? Or could this be something far more sinister? Could they have just captured evidence of the paranormal? Stan and his dog Millie were hiking through the rugged wilderness when they unexpectedly stumbled upon an eerie, abandoned mine. Usually calm and collected, Millie suddenly began acting strangely, moving toward the darkness inside the mine despite Stan's frantic calls.
Hey, where you going? What do you see, Gogo? What do you see? Do you see something? Hey, wait up.
But Millie paid no attention, darting deeper into the cave, barking and whimpering in distress. "Millie!" Stan cried, growing more concerned as he chased after her, but soon he lost her in the maze of tunnels. Then he captured something on video that would haunt him forever. What Stan saw left him so terrified, he ran out of the mine without a second thought. He immediately shared the footage online, but questions soon flooded in about the mine's location and whether the video was real. Despite the growing doubts, Stan stands firm, insisting the footage is authentic, especially given the raw fear displayed by Millie in the video. The farmer worked late into the night operating his machine on the field. He suddenly spotted something unusual in the distance, illuminated by the beam of his vehicle's headlights. There, standing motionless, was a small figure about the size of a doll, its head eerily absent, and its lower half resembling a skirt that swayed unnaturally. The figure moved with an unsettling, almost mechanical precision, drawing the farmer's gaze in a way he couldn't look away from. The longer he watched, the more disturbed he became. That strange encounter left him uneasy, making him second-guess whether he'd ever dare to return to the farm after dark. This man was walking through the forest when he stumbled upon this. In the heart of the forest, a man lies sprawled on the ground, far from the usual hiker or adventurer one might expect to encounter in such a remote place. His movements are erratic, his behavior unsettling. He seems either intoxicated or trapped in some kind of altered state. Strangely, clothes flutter from a nearby washing line, hinting that this man may not be just passing through, but possibly living among the trees. One can only hope that a fellow hiker spotted him and alerted the authorities, ensuring this lost soul gets the help he so urgently needs. A woman was hiking when she stumbled upon something disturbing. Beneath a decaying tree stump, an unsettling sight left her frozen in place. The eerie shapes emerging from the earth looked like either fingers or toes from a long dead person, or perhaps some grotesque unknown creature. After a bit of research, she learned the truth. What she had stumbled upon was Zaria polymorphia, better known as dead man's fingers. This hauntingly fascinating fungus thrives in decaying tree stumps and rotting wood, with dark, elongated tendrils sprouting from the ground. The twisted shapes gave the chilling illusion of skeletal fingers rising from the earth. Once she uncovered the mystery, the woman let out a sigh of relief. It wasn't some sinister omen, just nature's creepy wonder. With her fears put to rest, she continued her hike, the strange discovery now just a curious memory on her path. In April 2015, a Belgian adventurer set out on a daring journey to conquer Mount Everest. As he ascended, disaster struck. A massive earthquake shook the ground beneath him. At first he wasn't concerned, thinking the lack of buildings would shield him from harm, but then the tremors intensified and panic began to set in. Suddenly the earth seemed to roar beneath him.
Go on, guys, hurry! Ah, fuck.
The violent earthquake triggered an avalanche rushing down the mountainside with devastating force, swallowing everything in its path. Struggling to breathe in the dust-filled air, he tore a scarf from his pack, using it as a filter to protect himself as he fought his way to safety. The avalanche wiped out Everest Base Camp, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Despite sustaining injuries and witnessing the tragic loss of 19 lives, the adventurer's resolve never wavered. Months later, he returned to Everest, undeterred and determined to reach the summit and complete the quest he had started. A photo of Erin Potter, a young girl battling leukemia playing outside, captured something truly unbelievable. In the photograph, a mysterious figure looms over Erin, as though watching over her during one of the most uncertain times of her life. Erin's cancer had returned, and she was preparing for yet another bone marrow transplant. To her parents, the figure seemed like a symbol of divine protection, offering comfort and reassurance as their daughter bravely fought on. The latest update? Erin is now cancer-free, which makes the sighting all the more powerful, inspiring, and thought-provoking. And just like that, what started as an ordinary hike turned into a nightmare no one saw coming. But the real question is, what would you do in this situation? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more unbelievable stories like this. Stay safe out there, because you never know what's lurking in the wilderness.